Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you to this open house organized by Sobus Insight Forum in association with Wadhwani Foundation on the NEN Activate and NEN Ignite Entrepreneurship Development Programs. It's refreshing to see the overwhelming interest in this program. We have amidst us more than 429 participants, and many more are joining in as we speak. It's really refreshing to see this interest in this program, and this just re-emphasizes the importance and relevance of entrepreneurship in these challenging times as we look at rebuilding the nation post-pandemic. In the last 30 years, many aspects of our daily lives have undergone a drastic change due to innovations in technology, business models, and communications infrastructure. And the changes in the next 20 years are going to be even more radical and disruptive. To survive and thrive in this era, we need to enable a large population, majority of them youth, in rural and semi-urban areas, to first adapt to these changes and then to harness these innovations to better their own lives and solve the problems of the society around them. No doubt, entrepreneurship is going to be a key enabler in India's progress, and the need of the hour is to create that supportive ecosystem to provide our trailblazing entrepreneurs the support required to take their ideas and startups to the next level. With this context, I'd just like to briefly introduce Sobus before handing it over to Akanksha. Sobus is a non-profit, is a holistic collaborative platform and ecosystem for sustainable, scalable social impact, set up to nurture and equip social entrepreneurs with a high level of consciousness, capability, and commitment to help create social enterprises that support social entrepreneurs to innovate, establish, and scale up. To take a lead in the movement towards a sustainable ecosystem where social enterprises can thrive and social entrepreneurs are rewarded and respected. To develop an effective model and trusted platform to harness expertise, funds, and resources from a diverse support base. Towards this mission, Sobus partners with academic institutions as their social innovation partner to create a complete social business ecosystem in their region. Hello everyone, I'm Girish Sampath, Manager Community and Programs at Sobus, and would again like to welcome all of you to this session. Would urge all of you to explore the NEN Activate and NEN Ignite programs and make sure that we submit strong applications to take our entrepreneurial ideas forward. I'll now hand it over to Akanksha, Senior Associate Projects at Sobus Insight Forum, to introduce the Wadhwani Foundation team.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the open house session on NEN Activate and NEN Ignite programs. I am Akanksha Sinha from Sobus Insight Forum, and today I would like to take the opportunity to introduce Ms. Prarthana Patre from the Wadhwani Foundation. Prarthana is a startup enthusiast working towards building and supporting the startup ecosystem across domains in India. Currently, as program manager, she is working on building a structured program and exploring strategic partnerships with incubators, accelerators, and institutes to support a startup ecosystem at Wadhwani Foundation. She has worked with teams at Google Cloud Startup Program and TIE Bangalore in evaluating market needs, conceptualizing and executing multiple programs from CXO meets, mentor connects to large conferences, and in creating activities and initiatives to support the startup ecosystem in the country. She has had the opportunity to work with multiple partners to create an impactful and thriving ecosystem. Her startup passion led to being the founding team member of a QSR supporting end-to-end operations, working alongside the founders to grow the same to 3 outlets. I now hand over the stage to Prarthana. Prarthana, can we take about 30 minutes to present and another 15 to 20 minutes to answer any questions of the participants?
Absolutely, Akanksha. Super excited, and thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm quite overwhelmed to look at the participants, and I'm looking forward to meeting a lot more innovators and entrepreneurs to this journey together. So thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. It does feel I've been part of the ecosystem for quite some time, and I do understand the need of creating these strategic partnerships to support the ecosystem at large, and super excited to be here and glad to collaborate together. So let's see how we can build this whole ecosystem together and support grassroots innovators like how Girish was mentioning. So great. Thanks everyone. Before I start, it'll be nice to see how many of us are entrepreneurs. If you could just raise your hand or just say yes. Have the passion for entrepreneurship, want to do something in entrepreneurship. Okay. Any entrepreneurs? Anybody would like to talk about their venture? You can just type in, you can just say, or you could also mention, maybe we can talk about maybe one entrepreneur you feel you are very, very influenced from your region. Anybody that in your locality or in your region that you really get inspired and want to sort of follow them. It'd be good to get some answers before I start. Because it'll be like our next 30 minutes, it's only going to be me talking. So it'll be nice to get the vibe in the room and just to see how many of us are here to work on entrepreneurship. So
if you could just put your hands up, we'll just pull out whoever is interested to speak. So if you could just raise your hands. I see a number of hands raised, so I'm just going to. Yeah, I think Santosh has his hands raised up. I'm going to go to Santosh.
Yeah, good evening, Girish and Prarthana.
Hello, sir.
I hope you can hear me.
Santosh.
I'm Santosh Voti. During the lockdown, I had a good experience of nurturing the entrepreneurship from my native place in the Washington district. It's a small. So the farmers were facing a crisis in selling their agro produce, particularly vegetables and perishable products they used to make. So what we did, we trained them to dehydrate those vegetables, do the packaging, and then preserve the shelf life has improved to over the 6 months. And now there are 30 entrepreneurs from a small town of a population of 2,000 in lockdown. So we could harvest the opportunity in the adverse situation, something like a silver lining in the dark clouds, you can see.
Absolutely, that's absolutely inspiring. So thank you so much, Santosh, for initiating the whole ecosystem in your region and hoping to take it much larger. So hopefully our program is going to help you take to the next level and see how you can actually make that into a larger venture and support a lot more regions across the globe. So
yeah, surely looking ahead for that.
Thank you, Santosh. Great. So we can always come back to this conversation. I would love to hear more. So maybe I'll do a quick, I'll quickly take you through the program overview and what we have to offer, and then we can definitely open it up for questions. So, Girish, you'll have to give me sharing rights.
Yeah. You're able to do it now?
Yes. Let me know if you can see my screen. Girish, can you see my screen?
It's just loading. I just see a blank screen right now.
Okay, I'm going to keep my video off just to support the bandwidth. You let me know when it comes up.
Yeah, it's not yet. We're not able to see your screen yet.
Okay, let me try sharing it again. Just a second.
Yeah, now we are able to see it perfectly.
Okay. Hopefully, the short video, hopefully it will work, but great. So thank you so much, everyone. Some of us must have heard about Wadhwani Foundation. Among the various initiatives that we have that the foundation runs, today we're going to talk about two of the most interesting programs that we've just launched, and we feel that it will sort of help us in the entire innovation and entrepreneurship to support the ecosystem at large. So taking you through what Wadhwani Foundation itself is. So Wadhwani Foundation is a nonprofit organization. We are based out of 20 odd countries. We're supporting entrepreneurs, job creation, and skill development across various locations across the globe. This was started by Mr. Ramesh Wadhwani, Dr. Ramesh Wadhwani. He himself is a serial entrepreneur. He's supported various initiatives. He's built multiple ventures in the last, 30-40 years. I would request all of you all to go have a look him up on Google. You'll find a lot of inspiring stories that he can share about his entrepreneurial journey. He's currently the founder and CEO of a large tech enterprise in Silicon Valley. So Wadhwani Foundation itself is the philanthropic wing of his organization. It's called Symphony Technologies. So among the various programs that the foundation has to offer, we support job creation, like I was mentioning. Our North Star is job creation. So we do that with across various initiatives. We have something that is called Wadhwani Opportunity that sort of supports skill development so that people can go out and find the right jobs. We have something called Wadhwani Advantage, which sort of supports SMEs to take it to the next level. There's an AI wing that we're looking at, and there is, of course, Wadhwani Catalyst Fund, which is sort of supports social entrepreneurs and supports their ventures. among the various initiatives, today I am representing me, Ajay. Ajay is my colleagues on the call. Ajay and another colleague, Sangamitra, was on the call. We are representing Wadhwani Entrepreneur Program. So we believe that entrepreneurship is what takes us to the next level. So we believe that supporting entrepreneurs from the grassroots to the growth stage to SMEs is how job creation that's how it can lead to job creation. So I'm going to take you through in detail the different programs that we have to offer. Starting off, we have, as you can see, right, this is the entrepreneur spectrum, right? So we support entrepreneurship across different levels. We say we are there for you from idea to IPO is what we say. So entrepreneurs, according to the stage of their venture, according to their stage, they could join the program that best suits them. So we have programs right from the idea stage. We have programs to support startups who have already validated their product, they validated their concept, have a product in place, and they want to take it to the market. So that's the Ignite program. So NEN and the VFT, that are the two broad categories of what we have to offer at Wadhwani Foundation. NEN is primarily the National Entrepreneurship Network, and the VFT is the Venture Fast Track program. Sorry. So as you can see, we sort of support startups across the entire spectrum. If you are at the idea stage, or you've sort of built a validated product, you've taken it to the market, but you want to take it to the next level. How do you raise funds? How do you take it to the market? How do you reach out to new markets? These are sort of questions that you get to answer when you join the NEN program. Entrepreneurs who've already been in the market for more than 18 to 2 years, they've already have the products out there. They want to look at growth. They want to take it to the next level. They want to raise funds. That's when the VFT program comes in, which is both early and growth stage. So it is not mandatory that you'll have to go through all the programs one after the other. It depends on what stage you are and how best you want to take a support. You can always join the program that best suits you. I have a short video I want to talk about. Before that, so today what we're going to talk about is called the Next Gen, Wadhwani Next Gen program. We believe in creating the next generation of entrepreneurs. And this is a 14-week structured program that we've launched. We've just launched our cohort the last week. So I'm going to take you through what the program has to offer and why do you have to partner with that? Why do you have to join the program itself? And then see how best we can support you. I have a short video I would like to play about the program. Girish, if you could let me know if you can hear it, I'll just start.
Yeah, we can hear the
When we joined the program, we had no idea how big it was and how big of a difference it would make in our lives.
Sorry.
When we joined the program, we had no idea how big it was and how big of a difference it would make in our lives.
students, we didn't have money.
We started with a business model. I didn't know who I was trying to help. I didn't know the problem these people have. So you can imagine that this didn't work.
But you always need to think about a product as something that people hire in order to get a job done.
Is for you to start understanding the concepts you need to keep in mind in your company, even if you don't know finance professionally.
Now, there are 9 steps, but they can be categorized in 3 broad categories.
To understand your customers, what they need and what they want.
People don't care about what you do. They care about why. What is the reason? What is your problem? Why are you trying to solve it? How are you going to impact people's lives? How are you making money out of it?
I love to get into what I call the Magic 10, which are 10 tips for developing a winning pitch and securing an investment.
I think the most exciting thing about a business is a story that ignites that idea that you have, and then create a business around that because you truly care on solving that specific problem that you detected.
No, I already tried.
I want that.
So I won? We are from Tribu Sustainable Technology.
That's what we create Tourism Lab.
I'm Ibrahim Khalid from Tech Minds Dana. We are Tropical Lifewear, a brand of clothes.
Alfonso from the Ciclo team.
Steve Land.
Handmade Mexican textiles.
Our company is EcoSocial.
We are the Narcages team. We are the Black Lotus team.
Mapa team.
Muevetex.
Alpaca team.
Through the Post UF.
JSL.
Chinaf team.
Kanasha. This is Etiquette.
And so for you guys, this one program can transform your entire life.
Wadhwani Foundation's Next Generation program has been
inspiring, challenging,
interactive, and
collaboration,
life-changing, high quality,
innovative, open-minded,
creativity,
unexpected,
empowering, extraordinary,
quantitative, and
insightful,
incredible.
Intensive,
transformative, original, truly amazing.
I've grown up to be more confident and strong.
The project was only an idea. Today is a complete and realizable venture.
I would definitely recommend this program to all the entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Wadhwani Foundation, for helping budding entrepreneurs to make a change in the world.
Okay, wonderful. I hope that sort of ignited some interest in all of us. Great. So coming to what the program is and what are the 2 areas that you could look at to apply for the program itself. So basically we have 2 programs. One is Activate and one is Ignite. So it is for entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, people who have the urge for entrepreneurship, have an idea in mind, want to take it to the next level. We are here to support you, is what I can say. So just one sec. Girish, is my screen okay? Just confirm that.
Yeah, we're able to see your screen.
Okay. So coming to what the program has to offer, right? So we believe that entrepreneurship we believe in a structured for your entrepreneurship journey itself, and that's what we want to offer to you. So the Activate program is for all those students, working professionals who are out there trying to understand entrepreneurship. You have that idea in your mind. You're probably trying to understand, how do I work on my idea? How do I even create that impact going forward? But you really don't know how to take it to the next level, right? So all those people who have that idea in the mind, I would urge you to apply for the Activate program itself. So Activate is for all of them who have that passion for entrepreneurship and want to take that idea to the next level. So once you join this 14-week journey, you come out with a business model after 14 weeks for your idea itself and a validated MVP. Some of us might already understand what MVP means. It is a minimum viable product. So basically, you take your idea into a stage where you're able to meet customers, get to understand them, get their feedback, and actually build your product or an idea into a venture. So that's what happens in a 14-week journey if you join the Activate program. On the other hand, somebody who's already been in the market, you've spoken to multiple customers, you probably have a website, you have your product ready, you already have some sort of revenue that you in place, but you want to take it to the next level, right? So you probably must have, like how Santosh was mentioning, he's built a community, he's trying to create a venture in his area, but how does he scale it? How do you take it to the lot more newer regions, newer ecosystems, and sort of go ahead and take your venture to the next level? That's when the Ignite program comes in. So if you've already validated your program or validated your venture, apply for the Ignite program. So what happens after 14 weeks if you apply? You come out with a GTM model, a go-to-market model, and an investment-ready pitch. So you're working on areas that would help you raise funds if you want to raise funds, or at the same time help you build a pitch deck that sort of captures all of that you would need to actually go out and raise funds or take your product to the market. So both of them are 14-week journeys. This is quite a hand-holding, quite a rigorous program. But I would just say one thing, it is not a curriculum, it's not a course. It is an experiential learning. So you are working on your idea, you are working on your venture, and you're taking it to the next level. So it's a 14-week journey. It is led by a Wadhwani faculty from our end. It's a purely online program. It has, you'll have to spend around 4 to 5 hours per week with us. It's distributed 3 times a week. We meet as a group, as a cohort. Like you saw in the video, it is a global community. We are trying to do this program across regions, and we have received quite a few good responses. So you might actually find an venture maybe in a different location. They're sitting with you in the same classroom, going through the course and maybe discussing and collaborating with each other itself. So it is a global community. So what happens in this 14 weeks, right? What happens in every week? Every week, distribution is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays, we talk about the concept for that week. What I mean by concept is there's certain areas, certain concepts on entrepreneurship that we covered in this 14 weeks. So Monday, you have a concept session, which is led by a faculty, Wadhwani faculty. Wednesdays, you have a masterclass. We are trying to bring in a lot more experts, a lot of entrepreneurs who's been there, done that, trying to come and share their best practices and learnings with you to help you build your venture further. So masterclasses happens on Wednesdays. On Fridays, we have something called a learning lab. So that is an open opportunity wherein a lot of you've come back, you've gone out, met some customers, but you've had some questions in your mind, right? So this is the day that you can discuss it with your faculty, with your mentors to get them answered. So this is the entire journey. So there are certain milestones that you'll have to submit during this 14 weeks. What I mean by milestones is you will be working on a pitch deck, you will be working on a business model in 14 weeks itself. So at different intervals, you will be submitting what you have done on your venture, what is the stage, how have you progressed in the last 3-4 weeks, and then you go ahead and submit your assessment and take it to the next level. The only thing is you'll have to apply as teams of 2 or more. If individual, we would highly recommend you to go out and find a teammate. Like we all understand, entrepreneurship is about finding your right co-founder, understanding your co-founders, understanding how you can gel well with your co-founder. We want to inculcate that right at the early stages. So find a teammate, apply as teams, and you can go through the entire program together. So what can you expect from the program, right? I spoke about the program. I spoke about how it is done. What are the different two broad areas that you can apply for the program? It is a very experiential learning. It's not a curriculum, like I mentioned, you're doing it on the go. Every week you're going back, learning, going back, doing it and coming back with your learnings. It is an experiential journey. There is a digital platform that we've built, which sort of supports most of what we are discussing in these sessions. You will be getting access to the platform that has a lot more content, lot more videos that can sort of support you in the entire journey and afterwards as well. Some of us must have heard about lean methodology. The entire program is structured around lean methodology. We believe that it is about building, testing, and learning. So you build your idea, you test it out, validate it, go back, relearn it, again, rebuild it, and take it to the market. So that is what the program is about. So why should you apply? What are the typical benefits of applying for both the programs, right? So like I mentioned, it is largely a milestone-based program. So you will be submitting a lot of these milestones. After 14 weeks, this sort of gets, there's a global jury out there who will actually review these submissions. They will review your pitches, and there is an e-certificate that is given out to you as a completion for the program. A lot of our entrepreneurs have gone out and taken up their venture idea and taken it to the next level. A lot of opportunity for PR and social media. We are giving out some sort of support through AWS credits and payment gateways for all those students who go out and build their ventures. These are the tangible rewards. What we feel is the intangible ones, which are a lot more beneficial for you. It gives you an upper hand when you go out in the market. You can look for startup internships. You can get to meet a lot of venture VCs, investors. You're building a global community, like I mentioned. In this entire 14 weeks, you'll get to meet a lot of mentors who will support your journey and support you through their best practices and guide you to the entire journey. So this is why you have to apply for the Activate program. Coming to Ignite. So in addition to everything that you get for Activate, there are a lot more that you get for Ignite as well. Imagine building your venture and taking it to the market in 14 weeks, right? That's how well you get to work on your idea. So there is an opportunity for you where we are trying to see the best ventures coming out and reaching out to incubators. We're trying to give you opportunity to pitch your ideas to incubators to help you build your product and take it to the next level. If the ventures are really good, we are going to facilitate an investor pitch as well. You get to directly pitch your ventures to investors and get their feedback. God knows, maybe get funded as well. So this is what is the Ignite benefits of joining the program. So coming to what is getting covered in these 14 weeks, right? Why should you apply? So I spoke about what the program was, why is it beneficial for you, but what are you going to do in this 14 weeks? So as you can see, this talks about the entire journey that an entrepreneur would need to look at when they're starting off, right? So you talk about identifying a problem. How do you identify a market? How do you identify a customer? How do you identify competition? What are the finances elements of building a venture? How do you build your right team? So all of this is sort of covered in this 14 weeks. So these concepts, you must have heard it somewhere, you must have thought about it, but this sort of gives you a structure to work on the entire 14 weeks, you get to cover all of these concepts in a very structured and detailed manner. So this is the learning platform that I was talking about that we have that will sort of support you. Coming to what the program has to offer, right? How do you apply for the program itself? And what is the selection process? Like I mentioned, it is a global program, and we want to get the best entrepreneurs, best ideas to come join the program and complete it and take it to the next level. We are a foundation. We don't charge for any of the programs that we run. So we are a free of cost program that all of that we offer is free of cost. So the only benefit that we get is your commitment and your interest to complete the program and be with us through this entire 14 weeks. Because of that, we have quite a strict selection process that we've put in place. You join, there is an online registration form that you can apply as a team. As part of the application form, there's something called a video statement of purpose. It's a short video. For Activate, it's just a 3-minute video. For Ignite, 3 to 5 minutes. It basically talks about what your idea is. Why are you so committed? Why should we choose you for the program itself? Once you submit the SOP and the application, there's a selection committee at the foundation who looks at them. Whoever gets selected will get some mandatory fields that they'll have to work on before they come to the program itself, and then they get inducted into the program. So like I mentioned, since the program is free of cost, the only commitment that we need from your end is the strength of intention and the tenacity to actually join the program itself. So then coming to some numbers, we've been there, NEN has been in the NEN has been part of the ecosystem for the last 2 decades or so. We've tried to impact a lot more students, a lot more ventures coming out, and we want to continue doing that. And we think this is a great platform to come together and build this whole ecosystem and take your ideas into a startup venture itself. You saw some of these in the video also. People who've been there, they've worked on their ventures and who have given us some great feedback. Some of them have got recognition in their own regions in a lot of PR opportunities. And we are so glad to listen to their stories, and we're so glad that they're taking their ventures to the next level. So among the various programs that I spoke about, we have other programs like Inspire and Venture Fast Track. People who are in the matured stage can definitely reach out to us if you want to have a conversation on that. That sort of comes to the end of my presentation and my what I had to offer. Just going to take you through how you can apply and what the dates for the program are. So we've just started our cohort this week for Ignite and Activate. We're starting the next cohort on 20th of September. You can go ahead and apply for it. The team over here will also share a referral code, which you can showcase during the application form. So it'll help us track from where you're coming. You can quickly take a screenshot of this page. You can log in, you can apply through the QR code that is over here. Just make sure that you know which program you're applying according to the stage of your idea actually is, right? It's not about how old you are or how young you are. It's not about which year of education you're in. It is more about what stage of a venture you are currently in, right? So if you are at the idea stage, go ahead and apply for Activate. If you already have a venture, you've already done some customer validation, go ahead and apply for Ignite if you want to build an investment ready pitch. So that's the end of my presentation. More than happy to take questions and looking forward to having a lot more applications coming in, a lot more ventures coming, and so that we can support a lot more entrepreneurs in this journey forward. So thank you so much. Great.
So if anyone has any questions regarding the Activate or Ignite program, post it in the Q&A or feel free to raise your hand and we'll unmute you. We'll take the first few questions coming in. The first question is, how do you use the program? How do you use the program? That's the first question.
Kirtana, if you could elaborate a little more, please.
Girish, if you want to unmute.
You can type it in Kirtana if you like. I can take the next one. Do you help with getting funding? Santosh, we are an enabler. We try to support you and try to reach you. We try to help you reach a certain stage where you can go out and get funding. Like I mentioned, if you're applying for Ignite, we might have some opportunity where some of the really good ventures who get really good who reach a certain level, you might get opportunity to pitch to an investor. So it all depends on the venture and how committed you are. So
Rohan has a question. What will be the timings for the weekly sessions?
Yeah, so Rohan, usually our sessions are in the second half of the day. It's either 5 to 6 or 6 to 7, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, like I mentioned.
Pratna, for this September 20th, we have a timing of 6:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
So
thanks, Ajay. Thank you. Yeah, it's 6:30 to 7:30, Rohan. Sorry about that.
Gokila has a hand raised up. I'll just unmute you, Gokila. Please go ahead with your question. Gokila, you want to go ahead with your question? Yeah, go ahead, Sudarshan.
I see there's a question. Madhumati, as an academic professionalist, how can we start an entrepreneurship? Madhumati, to be very frank, anybody can start entrepreneurship. All of us have that incline, something inside us that talks about entrepreneurship. So all you have to do is think of an idea, look at a problem out there, right? So most of entrepreneurship that gets built is sort of trying to answer a certain problem out there. Somebody is looking at a problem, somebody is looking at an opportunity. Take that as an opportunity and build your venture, and we can support you to structure it and take it to the next level. I hope I answered your question, Madhumati. Right.
There is a question in the chat box.
Yeah. Yes.
Is the video statement of purpose mandatory while filling the application for Activate program as well?
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely, it is mandatory. It hardly takes around 3 to 5 minutes for you to do the video. The questions are available in the application. You just have to answer those questions, and that should be good. It's Karthik. Karthik, will Activate program help us in building a business proposal? It'll help you model, Karthik. It'll help you create a structured business model that can help you take it to the market or take it to an investor. So definitely you'll be working on that. So you'll be talking about finances, how to look at your problem pitch and all of that for sure. Yeah.
There is a question asking if there is a scholarship provided.
So, so Charumati, the program, like I mentioned, we have some selection criteria in place. It's not exactly a scholarship. It is more about your commitment for the program. And like I mentioned, it's free of cost. So you're not going to pay anything, but it's only a commitment that is needed. So once you complete the program, you will get a certificate of completion. And if you submit all the submissions, there will be a jury certificate that you will get. So.
In the Activate program, there's a question if we can include students or only the faculty members should form a team?
It's absolutely for anybody. So anybody can apply the program, students, faculty, you, me, all of us can apply. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think we can wait the last couple of minutes in case there are any questions, further questions.
Harshal, we sort of didn't get your question. What is idea options in that Google form? Describe it, if you could.
We'll share the links for the application form. So we'll share that with you. So don't worry about it.
Rajkumaran, the SOP has certain questions. It's just 2-3 questions. It's basically, if you're applying for Ignite, it asks about why are you a good, why should you apply for the program? Why should we select you for the program? The questions are there in the application. You just have to answer that, as simple as that. You don't have to just go either use WhatsApp video, you can record it on your phone, put it up on the link, or you can use Zoom to record it as a team. You can decide however you want to do it. How do you select us for the program? Svasanta, we have a certain selection criteria. We look at, so there's a committee who looks at the applications. We try to understand what stage you are, how committed you are, and if you want to take up the program and if you will be completing the program itself. So according to the stage and the commitment, we do the selection. So we have a very structured selection process and a rubric in place. So accordingly, we do that. So. So Harshal, like I mentioned, people at the idea stage can apply for Activate. For Ignite, if you've already started your venture, you have certain customers already that you've spoken about, you have validated your business idea itself, then you can apply for Ignite. Tanya, is it possible for faculty to become entrepreneur? Absolutely. So we've had instances where faculty and students have a team. So they have worked on a venture and an idea and applied. So please go ahead. Field of social entrepreneurship, can this program help in terms of giving some insights on networking, etc.? So Apurva, we can take this offline. We are building a community at large. We'll see how we can connect you with some mentors or people in the ecosystem who can help you. So it is definitely a longer conversation we can have. Rohan, I mean, I always went, so for the last almost a decade or so, I've been meeting entrepreneurs. I get this question every time. How do I know that I should know, how much should I disclose to somebody else about my idea? Unless you speak about your venture, how will you get your customers? How will you get your investors? How will you take your business to the idea? How do you take your idea into a venture, right? So it will be a group session. You will never know how you can collaborate, maybe find some partner right in that whole group itself. So when I started my venture, I found my co-founders because I met somebody the same like-minded. So I started a restaurant and I found an investor and all of that when I started my venture. If I had just kept it to myself, I don't think I would have even met my co-founders during this event. So you should always know how much you want to share and how much you don't want to share. So that sort of support we can definitely help you as to how do you answer and how do you talk about your venture in a larger group, because we teach you elements where how do you do an elevator pitch, right? So you meet somebody in the elevator and how do you pitch your idea and get your customer. So that's how much nitty-gritty we teach you during this program itself. So I hope I answered your question, Rohan. Great.
So should we say that this is the end of the session?
I
have anyone
have lifted their hands. I don't know if they had some questions.
Santosh sir, I'll just probably unmute them. Just one second.
Yeah, can you hear me, Girish?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
So actually, I would like to add something. You will be making the ideas into a good business proposals which can be funded. That is what I understood through these mentoring programs or through both the programs. So what I would like to propose, I propose a collaboration kind of thing, wherein we are the approved center of Ministry of MSME. So if there are some good ideas, they can be submitted via our centers and they may be funded. The Ministry of MSME can fund up to 15 lakhs for the initial ideas and up to 1 crore for advanced user ideas. So if that helps someone, I'll be happy.
Absolutely. More than happy to have this conversation, Santosh sir. If you could just quickly write to me, I've shared my email ID as well. We can have this conversation, longer conversation. We are working with a lot of organizations. We completed a program with Niti Aayog last few months back. Now we are working with STPI as well. So more than happy to collaborate and support a lot more programs and initiatives. So definitely we can have a conversation.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Santosh sir.
So I'll just take a minute and post the link to the application on the chat. And I also encourage everybody to use the incubator code on the collateral so that we could help you throughout the process of your journey for selection and after you are selected. And so you could also reach out to us if you have any questions regarding the process, or if you need any other kind of support. Sobus, you could reach out to Girish or me on the Sobus team, and Prarthana shared her email ID as well. So feel free.
So yeah, I think thank you everyone for joining in. We look forward to having lots of applications coming in. Please do use the referral code, which will be shared, which has already been shared, but yeah, while filling up your applications. And in case of any assistance, feel free to call me or Akanksha, or reach out to Pratna. Has also shared her email ID on chat. I can also share it with you, so feel free to reach out. And yeah, I think look forward to some good applications coming through. Thanks a lot for joining in today. Thank you to Akanksha, Prarthana, and all the other members, part of the organizing team. And yeah, I think good day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Giri. Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy to support. Feel free to reach out to us, and we would like to support your journey. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you all.